From my heart and from my hand, why don't people understand my intention?
Good morning, Royals. This is Mr. B, and welcome to another edition of Weird Science Wednesdays. Today, we're going to learn more about the thermodynamic properties of Raoult's law.
Raoult's law states that a partial vapor pressure of each component of an ideal mixture of liquids is equal to the vapor pressure of the pure component multiplied by its mole fraction in the mixture.
Well, what we'll really talk about today is what's called a salt wedge. It's where fresh water from ponds and rivers meet salt water from the ocean. And I'm delighted to announce that we'll have a special guest in the lab to help us explain that process.
Hello, Riverview.
Wait a second, you're Mr. Cole. Mr. Cole's joining us. For this very simple experiment, all we're going to need is 2 parts rubbing alcohol, 4 parts water, a clear container, a stirring spoon, and a ton of table salt.
Let's watch that salt push that alcohol back out of the water. Alcohol is less dense than water. This is a physical change. All it's doing is changing the color.
The only reason why we put food coloring in is because it looks cooler.
This amazing effect is created because the water, which includes the salt, is more dense than the alcohol above it. The Raoult effect separates the two fluids, but the water remains saturated with salt and appears to be flowing separate from the liquid above it. The same effect can be seen in Tulum, Mexico, off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. At a place where fresh water and salt water create a salt wedge, there appears to be a river flowing beneath the water. This river is the more dense salt water flowing under the less dense fresh water. Something similar can be seen off the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. This awesome illusion is actually created by sand and silt running into a ravine underwater and creating the appearance of an underwater waterfall.
Mr. Bothus for letting me revisit my science teacher roots. Okay, Royals, have an awesome day.
No, Mr. Cole, thank you for coming to the lab today. This was an awesome experiment. Have you ever found yourself feeling like you had to fit in, like you had to mix in the ideal group? Raoult's law shows that you don't necessarily have to mix to be awesome. That's science.
That's science.